everybody, it's Dave with No Chaser, and today's topic is about the idea of starting over. Obviously, when it comes to recovery, like alcoholism, drinking, starting over is usually when you relapse, when you've gone on a bender, you've used again, and you have to pick up the pieces. Maybe you weren't out too long. Maybe you only drank a couple of days. Maybe you're actually gone for years. This could also pertain to starting over when like a relationship ends. You start over with a new job, and there's always this sense of, you know, where where do I begin? Where like there's this first there's a flood of just, oh man, if I just would have just done this better, or if I would have, I should have just taken care of it this way. Like the first instinct is to like methodically go back and just pick apart all the pieces of what you could have done. And honestly, yes, self reflection is good. It's important to you know look back and learn from your mistakes, but I at least at like my age and with some of the things I struggle with so much, most of the time I've already learned my lessons. Most of the time I was aware of the mistakes I was making as I was making them. I just, it was a lack of motivation or ability to, especially when it comes to drinking or using, like ability to just stop, to provide yourself with any sort of coping mechanisms that was needed. And you fall into old bad behaviors, and it's because you have a lack of patience. You want the instant gratification, or you just don't have like hope or faith in the future that that life will bring you the contentment or peace that you want. I struggle with the idea that I just I had to change my whole mindset, because if you ask me, like, Dave, what do you think life is about? I would say, well, life's about finding meaning and purpose and all that type of stuff. Doing well for others. Fill in the blank. Like a lot of other people, I'm different in the fact that, like, starting a family and raising a family, all that stuff wasn't a huge priority to me. Like some people, that is the big deal. That could be one thing. A career, for me, finding like doing what I love for a living would be nice. I have not been able to do it. I've been able to, like, I'm a writer. I've been published, and I've written a lot of works, but I haven't been able to do it for a living. Would I like to? Yes. I haven't been able to find that avenue, but there's dreams, there's goals, there's hopes, there's everything you have. But for the most part, I thought, yeah, that's what like life is about, is like accomplishing these sort of things, whether it's like the family, the career, the meaning, the purpose, all that type of stuff. But what I didn't realize is that, and this is, I'll refer back to the idea of starting over, is that I think for a long time my purpose maybe was just like feeling good, chasing something to, or feeling less bad, rather. I know when I started drinking, I chased the feeling that it was, and I just would go along with life as long as I could have just that intoxication. At a certain point, it turned into just, I just need to have this, and the relief it gave me, when I drank, rather than not drinking, was what I strove for. And then for the past, 8 years of my life, it's been mostly sober, just with relapses in there. And I've been striving for this sort of different mindset, but I think I've still been stuck in this sense of like just the idea of feeling good, or finding happiness or contentment in this certain way. And I think about where I'm at right now, and I I'm trying to redirect things. I'm trying to like set up an actual goal that's attainable, that's like, smart, it's it's measurable, it's practical. It can be done, but it's still enough to, like, it's not just something easy that I can accomplish willy nilly. But really looking at the a paradigm shift in the way that I've like come about life. Not just striving to just have every day be like that you felt good. Like the victory in the day is that you felt good that day. You know, but that's difficult when I don't do what I love for a living. That can be an extremely tricky prospect because then it's like, oh my god, most of my waking hour is at a job where I do something to be honest, I don't care about. I don't care about the work I do, and I don't take pride in it. Especially now, where I'm at, I have like a bunch of different like other endeavors going on, which I'm grateful for. That keeps me afloat because what I do for a living is just nothing to me. So, you know, it, the idea is like, do I shift away from that? Do I then go into a sense of, all right, well, then, you need to make your life about what you do for a living is meaningful or purposeful. But I feel like that's also the same sort of trap because it's in the same sense of like, when you attain this thing and you get this venue of what you want, then you will be happy again. you know, I I don't know. Like to be totally candid and honest and frank with you, I don't think people say stuff like people. I'm talking about myself, but others will say that they want meaning and purpose. I was like, dude, I know that people want that, but at the end of the day, wouldn't you take just comfort? Wouldn't you take peace? Serenity, so to speak. When you would take that, like, I maybe there's more Type A personalities out there that have a drive to achieve something more. And if you have a passion that's more attainable, that can change a lot of different things. But I have passions in my life, but they're difficult to be able to obtain in the basically the structure of the world that I live in right now. And so I think I've defaulted to just, well, if I can't like truly do that for what I love for a living, and I don't have the aspect of wanting to, like the whole idea of like raising the family and everything like that is not key for me. I know I'm the outlier in that one. Then it's just like, yeah, maybe that's why I've defaulted to, well, then just, feeling pretty good is what you want out of a living. I don't know. So, like, in this sense of starting over, I think the biggest key part is just figuring out what you actually want to do with your life. Truly, like, I think so many times there's a thing in your mind that you think you want, that you go, I want purpose, I want this. But if you just are truly honest with yourself, it's like, be real. Like, I truly want comfort. I want to feel good. That's very important to me. As selfish or as weird as that sounds, I'll be real. That's very important to me. It can't be the most important thing to me, and I know life doesn't work that way. But I'll be honest, it isn't. It would be great if I could feel good all the time. I know that's not realistic, but so breaking it down is just like, all right, what do you want out of life, and what can you get out of it? And right now, I've had some big changes happen in my life. Some things are going on, and I have to kind of like, in this sense, start over. And it's not just because of like, starting over from a sense of like, I have to get sober and clean again or anything like that, where it's just like my life has become this disaster and I have to pick everything up. No, it's not the case. I have to figure out what I want to do, where I want to go, because I know if I just kind of go in this aimless direction of just like slow self-betterment and just keeping on a course, I'll just drift into that. Every day is about feeling good again, and at the end of the day, when it becomes that sort of the goal, that always leads back to drinking. because that's the number one thing that makes me feel good. In a sense, like my hijacked mind believes that. I know it's not true, but I know that. God damn it. You know what? I'm gonna leave this in. Somehow my rant is so crazy. This is a tablet. My rant that I've on is so crazy that it dialed like the crisis hotline thing. Oh my god, is this a sign? Is this a sign that like your life is so crazy that a tablet? This is not even a cell phone. A tablet is like if you need a crisis intervention. Okay, well, sorry, tablet. Thanks for looking out. Oh my god. I don't know. This video is about, I guess, a sense of honesty of starting over. What you actually want, not the things that you think you want, not what others think you want. I think it's an important thing. The things that you think you want to, because I know that, like, I know that if I had to write a list, there would be something in the back of my mind of like, these are the things I'm supposed to. Why don't I just write the things that I actually want, truly in my heart of hearts, and what's actually attainable. I don't know if this video was helpful in any sort of way at all. I guess I need help, according to my crazy tablet. I don't know. I truly don't. This is kind of a one-off video. Be well.